Hey, you really like my table, don't you?
I was just,
Getting to know my daughter.
Are you my new daddy?
When we think of Gilmore Girls, it's hard to imagine anyone else inhabiting the quirky, fast-talking world of Stars Hollow. But the iconic series we know and love could have looked very different. From big names like Ryan Gosling and Anna Kendrick, to surprising alternatives for Lorelai and Rory, let's dive into the actors who almost made it to the Gilmore Girls cast. Sherilyn Fenn, best known for Twin Peaks, was Amy Sherman-Palladino's first choice to play Lorelai. Unfortunately, her commitment to the series' rude awakening kept her from stepping into Lorelai's shoes. But this wasn't the last we'd see of Fenn in Stars Hollow. She appeared later in Gilmore Girls as two different characters: Sasha, Jess's dad's girlfriend, and Anna Nardini, Luke's ex and April's mom. While she didn't land the lead, Fenn's on-screen presence still brought drama and charm to the series. Mädchen Amick made it far in the audition process for Lorelai, but the network decided she didn't look old enough to play a teenage girl's mother. Ironically, Amick's youthful appearance was part of Lorelai's appeal, a young, fun, and hip mom.
I've heard all about the books. I can't wait to see the books.
Well, let's go and see the books.
Amick later joined the cast as Sherry Tinsdale, Christopher's girlfriend, appearing in several memorable episodes. Reflecting on the experience, she said, and I quote, "It was really cool that Amy brought me back in for this part." Liza Weil originally auditioned for Rory Gilmore, but Sherman-Palladino felt she wasn't quite right for the role. However, her talent left such an impression that the character Paris Geller was created specifically for her. At a Gilmore Girls reunion, Weil said, and I quote, "They told me I wasn't right for Rory, but promised to find something for me. I thought that was the end of it. Then I got the call to play Paris." Weil's fiery portrayal of Paris became one of the show's highlights, proving she was always meant to be part of the Gilmore Girls universe. Before Melissa McCarthy became the lovable, clumsy chef Suki, Alex Borstein was cast in the role and even filmed the unaired pilot.
When did you get stitches? Friday night. Radish roses. Okay, stop moving. You gotta taste the sauce.
But Borstein had to step down due to contractual obligations with Mad TV. Borstein didn't leave Stars Hollow entirely. She appeared as Drella, the harpist with an attitude, and Miss Celine, Emily Gilmore's eccentric stylist. While McCarthy made Suki iconic, Borstein's quirky energy still found a home in the Gilmore Girls world. Nathan Weatherington played Dean in the unaired pilot before being replaced by Jared Padalecki. Weatherington admitted to feeling out of place during filming, saying, and I quote, "I didn't feel like myself. I remember going into makeup and thinking, what's happening to my hair?"
It's like, it is such a blur to me, and somehow my name got attached to being the original Dean, but I don't think I was.
While his time on the show was brief, Weatherington's connection to the Gilmore Girls lore remains a fascinating footnote in the series' history. Yes, that Ryan Gosling auditioned for a small role as a football player in Gilmore Girls. Casting director Jamie Rudofsky recalled his audition, saying, and I quote, "He gave one of the most amazing auditions I've ever seen." However, his take on the character didn't quite fit the vibe of Stars Hollow, and Sherman-Palladino decided to pass. Still, the idea of Gosling hanging out in Luke's diner is fun to imagine. Before becoming Captain Kirk and Wonder Woman's love interest, Chris Pine auditioned for his very first professional role on Gilmore Girls. Pine later said, and I quote, "I think it was for someone's boyfriend. I don't remember the details, but it was my start in the industry." Though Pine didn't make it onto the show, it's interesting to think of him navigating the charming chaos of Stars Hollow. Even Academy Award nominee Anna Kendrick couldn't crack the cast of Gilmore Girls. She auditioned for a guest role but didn't make the cut. Reflecting on her early career struggles, Kendrick said, and I quote, "I couldn't even book a guest spot on Gilmore Girls. That memory keeps me humble." Stars Hollow might have missed out on Kendrick, but her career certainly didn't suffer. Alexis Bledel almost didn't audition for Rory. She was a student at NYU and had the flu on the day of her audition. Amy Sherman-Palladino described the encounter saying, and I quote, "She didn't want to be there. She was annoyed and sick, but we loved her." Bledel's natural awkwardness and quiet intelligence brought Rory to life, making her one of TV's most beloved characters.
I read Me Like 4 when I was 12, and I've been obsessed with him ever since.
You read a book about the My Lai massacre when you were 12.
Well, I polished off Nancy Drew that year, too.
Lauren Graham was a hidden gem in Hollywood when she landed the role of Lorelai. Sherman-Palladino said, and I quote, "Lorelai's a tough part. You need someone funny, strong, and sexy, but not too sexy. Lauren was the whole package." Graham's chemistry with Bledel and her fast-talking wit turned Lorelai into an iconic TV mom, proving she was always the perfect choice.
Am I
more beautiful today than I was yesterday.
Oh boy.
From Ryan Gosling's fleeting audition to Anna Kendrick's near miss, Gilmore Girls could have looked very different. But thanks to Amy Sherman Palladino's impeccable casting choices, the show became a timeless classic with a cast we can't imagine replacing. Which almost cast actor surprises you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more such content. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.
And this is my great harp, okay? So if you're looking for someone to just be nice to the guests, get a harmonica player, maybe some guy who whistles through his nose.